With our jacks. So these are going to ship just like you see them right here, which is going to be all assembled like this, and we're going to basically take our spring bar and we're going to attach it to this guy here. There is a sequence that you're going to go through for that, and I'm going to show you how that is. So you can undo this piece right there, leave this guy right there like that. We're going to bring this guy up. You're going to have these bushings that are going to go in between these, and they're going to face inward just like that on either side, inward. So as we put this in here, we're going to go ahead and put one of those bushings in just like that. It's a little tricky, but not too bad. We're going to put it through that guy and then put our other bushing in there just on the opposite side, if you can see that. Trying to make it so you can see. There we go. Just like that. So it's through. See how the bushings are? Put this through. There's your washer and your nylon lock nut. So all these are going to be facing outward, so you can just get an open-ended wrench in here, and then you can actually use your socket to tighten it here. These are not a torque spec. They're nylon lock nuts, so you're just going to get those things tight on here. Just tight enough to where it's kind of cinched on there a bit. Doesn't need to be super tight. And we're going to move on to the next step here in just a second with putting these up into the main with the bushings and greasing these before we do that. We'll talk about that here in just a second. So for this piece of it, with the jacks, you're going to need to lower these guys down to where this is actually just about like parallel with the frame here, so that we can get the angle enough to get this bushing in with your retainer disc. It's these little guys now. Into our main unit, right? So to do that, you're just going to lower these things down just a little bit more to where they're more parallel with the frame, so we get the angle for that. Yep, I'm going the right way. Let's go the right way. There we go. That way it's just about parallel with the frame here, right? So when we put it up there, it's got the angle that we need. So let's get right to this bushing here. So for this step, you're going to need your bushing, that retainer disc, and the grease gun, right? Grease gun, very important. A lot of times people do not do this part, and you got to do it. So we're going to put a little grease right in here. Right, like that. Just enough actually to get this disc in there. Just like that. That's how it's going to actually look. But we're going to put this bushing in first. Like that. Line this guy up. You can probably see in there. Right like that. Goes in just like that. Then we're going to lift that guy right up in there. Give a little bit of a shake. Just like that. Take your bolt and nylon lock nut and get that guy right on there like this. Right now is a good time to actually get this thing tightened down. It's a nylon lock nut again, so there's no torque spec on it, but it's a good time to actually do this right now so you don't forget. I've seen that happen quite a few times too. So make sure you get this nice and tight in there, and we'll move on to the next side, and we'll be back in just a minute. Got the other side done, the other spring bar done in there, and we're gonna just tighten our bolts up for the whole spring bar assembly, including the bushing on the main right now, so that that's done and taken care of. So just get this guy, basically these are nylon lock washers, nylon lock nuts. So you just need to get those things to where probably about, you start feeling to get tight, not even a thread showing, so just the top of the cap coming out right there is what we're looking for. We'll get the next one going here. Same deal with this. We don't want them overly tight, but we do want them tight enough. You can see that one's just about, let's see, we're going to go, and you feel it get tight. So it's about 2 threads showing on that one right there. About 2 threads showing. Let's get this There's the final one here. Actually, that's our same one. This one's going to be just about the same as the one above there. It's just a couple of threads showing and you can feel it get tight, and that's all we need. So it's got nice smooth movement right there, but it's still tight on this guy right there. Perfect. So we're going to move on to right here underneath and get this guy tight. Like I was saying earlier, this one is easy to miss, so just take care of it right now so you don't have to worry about it later on. This is also a nylon lock nut. So you're just gonna get that guy tight right there. And we're gonna move on to the other side, do those, and then we're on to the next step. So we got everything tightened up. So we've got our spring bar linkage all tightened up. We've got our bushing tightened up on the main here. And we're gonna go ahead and just take care of the grease and the spring bars right now so you don't forget about it. We're gonna pop that guy and get a shot of that. Right in there, it's gonna just kind of snap in. I'm just gonna give some healthy pumps in here until you start seeing it come out the bottom. And the bottom is right in there. So you can see I'm using about 4, probably got about 7 or 8. We'll keep watching. There it goes. You can get a shot of that. There you go. Right underneath there. That's perfect amount. So we're going to do that on the other side here, and then we'll be right back, and we're going to get to the yoke.